Thank you, Kristen. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to be with you this afternoon. On average, American people spend 5 hours per day watching on their mobile phones. That's approximately 46 days per year, just watching their mobile devices. Millennials in China are said to reach their mobile up to 150 times a day. Some say this has become a little bit excessive, which may be true. I personally believe that this is more a testimony of the human's desire to stay in relationship, to be connected, to get access. There is an echo. Maybe it's I'm too close to the mic. To stay in relationship with one another, to stay tuned to the world, and to get access to broader information. With digital technologies, the world we are living in is definitely moving much faster than ever before. It drives considerable changes to our daily lives, up to a point that sometimes we hear that with the advances of digital technologies, companies may become meaningless and may even disappear. I personally think it is absolute nonsense, because corporations are and will remain the most efficient means of gathering and putting together means of organizing human talents to produce and scale products, services, etc. And all of that for other human beings. Technologies, by the way, are designed by companies. They are used by companies. They are delivered to other people by companies. However, it is true that technologies have a huge impact on the way companies operate. In the future, I believe only companies that have a true purpose, a meaningful purpose for people, will survive. The critical point is that we live now in the world of and not anymore in the world of or. Tomorrow's companies will succeed in playing 3 dimensions at the same time, without arbitrating amongst the 3 of them. First, the ability to make, of course, profit. That's a true element for determining its future and its durability. Second, the ability to have and nourish a human system that develops. It is crucial to understand that a company exists only because of the people who are making it every day. And third, the ability for this company to fit into their environment and to play a social and societal role. This combination of 3 is the essence of the company of tomorrow. And the keystone of this system is the company's purpose. Why are we here? Why do we do the thing together? Why do we do them this way? Michelin's purpose is we care about giving people a better way forward. This purpose is the same since the founding of Michelin in 1889. It recognizes mobility as a key driver of humanity's development. And it recognizes as well the strong will of people for their development inside the company. And it recognizes as well the need to act in harmony with the communities around us and with the environment. This purpose guides everything we do and everything we decide in a company. It inspires the driving force of our daily action through a strategic model and through a human and social model. Digital was and will be an accelerator of this dual model. Our strategic businesses at Michelin are reaching 4 domains: tires, services and solutions, experience of mobility, high-tech materials. Let me give you some examples of digitally based enhancements in each of these areas. We recently launched a new connected tire named Michelin Track Connect for Porsche clubs. By the way, we are the leader in that domain because this is the first offer existing in the market in that domain. The objective is to enable the drivers of Porsche, the driving enthusiasts, to improve their driving while they are in the circuit. How does it work? We install sensors in the tire, and with a connected app, it is as if the driver had sitting next to him a Michelin tire expert. And believe it or not, with that, they can optimize the use of the tires. And they can do 2 things at the same time. They can have more joy because they are driving while they're using the tires much better. They're driving much faster. We gain several seconds per lap. And at the same time, the tires, as it's operating under good operating condition, is diminishing its wear. So 2 benefits, emotions and cost savings for the drivers in the circuit. Soon, every Michelin tire will be connected for more safety, joy, comfort, and cost savings. Through our incubator program and to reinforce its service and growth strategy in China, Michelin has invested in 2016 in a company named Idaibo. This Chinese startup provides valet parking services via a digital platform. Parking is a major problem in China as the vehicle park is growing much faster than the parking facilities. As part of its service offer, Idaibo has chosen Tire Plus, another Michelin company, to provide, if their customers want it, service for their car. Michelin also provides consumers with restaurants, selections, and experience. I am sure all of you know the famous Michelin Guide. This selection is now available online, and you can even reserve a table on your mobile through the Book a Table app. Book a Table is another Michelin company. Soon, you will be able to design and organize your dedicated trip around France, and later in Europe, and later around the world. As far as materials are concerned, Michelin has created AddUp with its partner Viv. Thanks to its advanced and innovative technologies, AddUp is revolutionizing the world of metal 3D printing. From the design and the supply of machines to the services and the associated advice up to the production of parts. What you can see with these examples is by leveraging technology and digital, we are enhancing the life of car drivers, restaurant goers, industrials, and many more. And we always keep the human dimension at the heart of everything. This model, oriented towards the satisfaction of customers, would not be effective without the daily commitment from our employees throughout our group. This is the second pillar in our purpose, our human and social model. Digital tools and solutions are revolutionizing the way we work at Michelin. From tire manufacturing to career management and customer relations, our digital transformation is reaching every part of our company. For example, we are experimenting in several of our plants around the world connected bracelets, augmented reality for training and maintenance, cobotics for repetitive and painful tasks, artificial intelligence for problem solving, simulation tools, etc. These tools are meant to release the stress of our operator and to enable better and faster decisions. One of the visible digital contributions in 2018 will be our people management. With the help of digital tools, employees are now in the driver's seat as far as their career development. This requires that employees have full, transparent, and easy access to their information through user-friendly tools. They can capture their own frequent feedback. Through the tool, they can measure competencies, they can evaluate the performance, they can choose their training, and they can check job posting and express their will in terms of their career development. In short, we're working at Michelin in 5 digital major transformations. 1, customers; 2, employees; processes and manufacturing; connected tire and connected vehicles; and data analytics and artificial intelligence. Digital will be everywhere in our company. What we want to achieve as Michelin is leveraging the best of technology to enhance human lives. We don't want to make humans simple machine extensions. Today, Michelin is open-minded, wide open to the world. We promote partnerships and ecosystems. We actively participate in them at the service of a better and more sustainable mobility. This is why we are here today at VivaTech. I, by the way, encourage you to go and visit the 14 startups collaborating with us at the Michelin Startup Village. This is a great demonstration of Michelin's collaborations with external ecosystems. On another note, we initiated last year the annual summit dedicated to sustainable mobility named Moving On. Next week in Montreal, Canada, we will be all together with more than 4,000 visitors, more than 100 partners, and more than 50 startups. It's all about co-designing solutions for a sustainable mobility for the future. Believe me, it's going to be super exciting. Last year was tremendous. This year will be even better. And by the way, if you want to buy tickets, hurry up, because I hear that they are selling very fast right now. So when the opportunity came up to sponsor the TechCrunch Battle Startups, we immediately thought it would be a great opportunity. This year, Michelin is proud to reward the best startup in Europe. Startups are nimble, focused, and passionate. Startups are key to big companies, and big companies are key and essential to startups. I hope you discovered today a different Michelin than what you were expecting. A company that embraces digital technologies, a company that innovates and partners with a broader ecosystem. A company animated by a vibrant purpose, committed to the people, to the cause of sustainable mobility. At Michelin, we are convinced that a better future will be by combining the power of digital with the unlimited creativity, emotion, and the power of human brains. It is the way, and I think it's the only way, we can truly build a better world for people. Thank you very much indeed for your attention, and I will now be more than happy to take any of your questions.
Thank you very much. Do share your questions using the app, select Q&A. On stage, we're Zero Forum, where everything is happening. That's cool at VivaTech. I have a first question for you that came up on the screen. You've talked a lot about startups, and you've talked a lot about partnerships in the ecosystem. But where in Michelin is digital positioned? Is it a unit, or is it embedded in every unit at Michelin?
As I told you, digital is everywhere. So we have our digital organization. We have our chief digital officer here, by the way, and digital. And we have divided digital in two basically areas. One is internal digital, internal systems, more classic, what we call ISIT. And then everything that is related to outside of the company, and that's what the chief digital officer is looking after.
And you mentioned a lot of services, of great startups that could help. But how are you connected now with your customers? Are you in direct contact with them? Do they tweet when they have a flat tire? How does digital change the relationship with the customer?
So there are many areas where we are currently investing to enable every of our customer to enter deeper into the company. One is everything that regards the purchasing process. So choosing a tire is a very complex process, and digital is a great tool to do that. So, for example, we have invested in different companies, e-retail companies, so that our customers can make their choices on these websites. You also have the Michelin website to help customers to make choices. But also, we open connection directly with every department so that our customers can access directly to the various dedicated departments in our company. And we also have deployed now Salesforce.com everywhere, where we can then gather all the data across the world regarding every customer. Because, believe it or not, but 3 years ago, if you had asked one person in Michelin, who is the first customer of Michelin, you would have gathered no answer, because nobody would know who is the first customer of Michelin. Now, I can tell you, everybody knows who is the first customer and who is the 20th customer as well.
Okay, so who's the first customer then? Who is the first customer?
I will not tell you that.
Okay. Really, I'm quite eager to have some scoops on the stage, so if at one point you feel like you can, don't worry. So digital creates proximity, as you just said, and they now have an entry point to contact you directly. But doesn't that add pressure on companies to excel in services delivery? How do you cope with that pressure?
Absolutely. There is a fundamental shift in the way customers want to interact with companies. Before, they were just interacting with the company through the purchase of a product or a service. Today, they want to go much deeper. They want to understand who is the company that has built it, what are they doing, how they are doing it, etc. So yes, and it puts much more pressure on everything we do, as the information is now available everywhere on an instant manner. So yes, it puts more pressure. However, we can develop much better and much stronger relationship with our customers.
And so, what would you say is the best tool that helps you serve your customer? What is the main thing that helps you cope with that new pressure?
It's our people. And it's our people because they can use better all the information we have, and they can use all the technology to better interact with the customer. Because at the end, the relationship it's more a human question than anything else.
And we just talked a lot about the consumer, and obviously you're close to the consumer, but let's not be naive. This is also about getting markets. It's about selling products. So how does digital facilitate market access in the tire industry?
What do you mean exactly? It depends. There are several ways we can look at your question. If it is through a broader information, yes, a lot of competitors can understand how to make tires. However, it requires a huge human system and a lot of experience to build a very good tire. And that's what Michelin is very different. And you can buy the same machine as Michelin, you can train people, developing the same system as what Michelin is capable of doing. That is a very difficult task, and there is no digital tools today that is able to do anything that a human system can do.
I have quite a very specific question here. Obviously, somebody is already interested in the produce. When will Michelin Track Connect be available for mainstream motorcycles?
Motorcycles. I have to ask our people, but I think within the next 5 years, you will have something available for motorcycles, yes.
Okay, whoever asked that question, I hope, be ready, it's in 5 months. Again, you shared a lot of examples of how Michelin provides enhanced products, services, solutions like we just talked. But let's again go back to the customer service. How did you change everything around digital?
Bit by bit. First, we need to understand that Michelin has started its digital transformation 15 years ago. We have been involved in 3D, we are 3D printing tires for 20 years. We have been involved in 3D printing metallic for the past 10 years. And we have, I joined the group 22 years ago. At that time, I remember working on, at that time, how do we put an ID, an electronic ID in every of our tires. So this is not something new. But as we are a very large company operating in around 200 countries around the world, it takes time for things to deploy and to develop. And at the same time, technologies are constantly moving and changing. But now, in terms of customer relationship with modern tools, we are able to deploy things much faster. So the deployment of Salesforce.com in the company will take us 24 months, where in the past, the equivalent would have taken us 10 years to deploy.
And in the past, at the time that you were mentioning, a big trend was to put your digital services or your innovation centers abroad, especially in Asia, where market are very strong in digital, and also services are very digitally driven. Do you now intend to transfer your digital activities abroad to Asia, for example, or are you keeping it 100% Michelin French?
Michelin is a global company, and therefore we have digital initiatives and skills scattered in many countries. We have a very strong digital pole in services in Brazil. We have another one very strong in the US, and of course we have some in China, also in Thailand, also in Dubai, and so we don't have everything in France.
Okay, and that will be my last question. And please remember, I'm really looking forward to having some scoops on this stage. So,
okay.
What will be the next digital transformation for you? Give us big news.
It's a massive deployment of cobotics into our plants. And this will happen within the next 3 years.
Okay. Well, I wanted to tell you that you've heard it first here at the CEO Forum.
Yes.
There will be some robotic plants at Michelin next year. Thank you very much for your time. And a last word, of course.
Yes, and it's not robotics, it's cobotics. It's robots that are able to cohabitate with people in the plants.
That's actually even better. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.